Oh, no, no, no. Fuck you. Hello everyone, the roads here, Sug here, and as you can tell, there are 174,937 miles on the odometer. So basically 175,000. I also have a day off today, so this means it's time to turn wrenches. It's a little bit unpleasant outside today, so I'm going to be trying to work as fast as I can today, so also this means it's not going to be a 30-minute long video. Also, it's going to be time for an oil change, but I'm going to do that another day. So for now, I'm just going to be doing a tire rotation, and I'm going to take it into Firestone for an alignment. What I've done now is I've taken the car around the block because it's been sitting and it's been snowing overnight and stuff, and this will get rid of the thin coating of rust that's on the brake rotors. And this way I'll be able to also inspect the brakes while I am working down there today. Couple tips off the top of my head before I begin. When you jack up the car, be careful. Make sure the jack stands aren't going to tip over. When you want to take the tires off, you have to break the lug nuts on the tires while the tires are still on the ground. Otherwise the wheels are going to keep spinning. So lift up the car gently, break the lug nuts, and then lift the car up all the way, and that's when you can take the lug nuts off and take the tires off. And when you put the tires on, make sure you tighten it in a star pattern, lower it so the tires touch the ground again, and then tighten it down really well. Most people, they'll try to like torque it down to a very specific thing, or use an impact gun or whatever it's called, the pneumatic tools. I like to do it by hand, and I just do it as tight as I can by hand. This way, if I'm ever stuck on a roadside, I know that I'll be able to take it off. So you're not going to see me using any fancy torque wrenches or tools or anything like that. I just do everything by hand. And yeah, let's begin. So at this point, I'm going to lower the car onto jack stands. I'm leaving the tires in place. So if these jack stands fall, the car falls back on the tires, okay? Okay, now we just do the same thing for the other side, and when we lift the car up, we're going to watch these stands, make sure that they don't fall over. be very mindful of those jacks. Make sure they do not fall. Okay, now very carefully lower the car onto the jack stands, being careful so that nothing silly happens. That's okay, that's what the rocker panel molding is for, okay? But whatever side of the car you're working on, make sure that you have the jack over there as well. So just in case, that's like a little second thing, like a safety. Okay? So now we just remove all the lug nuts and pull the tires off. Now we're just going to set the wheel aside for now. We inspect the brakes and rotors. These rotors are old, I know that, but you should see that there's plenty of brake pad material on this side. But also, don't forget the other side. Now, I know this rotor is a little bit old, okay? So that's why it's tapered in a little bit here perhaps. Now, you'll probably be able to see that this rotor is rusted and tapered in a little bit. That's just because it's old. I'm going to replace this rotor eventually. I don't know quite when yet, but you know, that's in the plan. But check the brake pad on the other side as well, and you'll see it also has about the same amount of material as that. So that's good. That means everything works just fine. Now we go to the front tire. Inspect the rotors and brakes. The rotor on this side is fine. The rotor on this side is fine. Brake pads. Okay. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, but I am going to need new front brake pads in about 10,000 miles. Same here. So they're still good, but they're beginning to run low. And now we do the same thing for the other side of the car. Rotor is good on this side. Rotor is good on that side. Brake pads. I'm gonna need new pads. And also in about 10,000 miles. On that side, it's the same deal. Gonna need new pads soon. Okay. Alright, inspection. Rotor, good. Brakes, good. Rotor, you know how it is over here, and brakes, good. Okay, and that's that. So, what? I took off all tires and inspected all brakes and rotors in what? 20 minutes? All I have to do is rotate the tires and put them back on. I am going to take about a 10-minute break though. I am back, and I have some multi-purpose grease. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a fresh layer to these, and what this will do is it helps prevent rust, Not that it will prevent, but it helps prevent. And also it just makes life easier when I need to take the tires off again. So I'm just going to do this really quick, and then we rotate the tires and put everything back. So does not have to be a crazy amount, just get some in the treads, that's all. Okay, so that's all greased up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the back tires forward, and I'm going to bring the front tires down and crisscross them. This is just the pattern that I chose for this rear-wheel drive vehicle. So, the back tires, and I'm gonna look for anything like nails or pieces of glass while I do this. So, just put everything back on, lug nuts in a star pattern once again. So if I tighten with this, go to this, 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 and I tighten them all down, okay? And that's it. This is why you do it in a star pattern, because this one was tight, but now it pushed the wheel in and it's loose again. I'm just gonna lower the car just so that the tires touch the ground, and then I'm gonna fully tighten the lug nuts. I'm gonna do the same for the other side. And now for the finishing touch. And that's it. Pretty easy, huh? It should take you no more than 1 or 2 hours. All I gotta do is clean up now, and I take this car to Firestone because I have a lifetime alignment. So for the life of this vehicle, I have 3 alignments. So I'm gonna go get an alignment done, and that's it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Next thing coming up will be an oil change. So I'll see you then.